Welcome folks to MANUFACTOTUM. Today we are continuing our complete DIY arcade build, specifically continuing the cabinetry itself. I wanted to keep this series as complete as possible, so some of the stuff will seem superfluous maybe, or I don't know, kind of basic to some or not explained well for others. If you're in that camp, I promise I'll be getting to more intricate, interesting processes very soon. But for now, I figure there's something here for everyone. So, also, I apologize for the sound in this and in the last video. My recorder wasn't recording because, well, I mentioned it later in the video, but this had to come from in camera. So, yeah. But I did adjust the color, at least, so I'm a little less Simpsons-y in this and future videos. But anyway, sit back, relax, enjoy. Subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Alright, so basically I got these angles down, and before I can do very much of anything, I need to get this in its proper position. This is off by half a centimeter. Is it? No. It's off by about half a centimeter. Yeah. About, what is that? Quarter of an inch. So I need to sand this corner down and make this parallel with the actual base it's coming into contact with. Is that good? That's good. That's about good. Yeah. That'll do. So hopefully, belt sand will take care of this. I ought to track a line all the way down it. I think I will do that, in fact. Sand this down, then I can worry about this other angle up here. So let's do that. I should not be using this, but this does go on the inside. So, is that good? That should be good. Proper score. Yes. Yes. That might be very slightly off, but I guess we will see. We're going to lose that. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Let's call that successful. As I expected, it did fine on the ends, but the middle's kind of bowed out. So I just have to kind of flatten it now, and we should be good to go. By the way, this stuff is dastardly. If you're not careful, it will cut you. Because this laminate is like super sharp, especially if it's been sanded at a fairly consistent angle, so very careful. I think I got rid of the bow. Looks straight. I think I do have some room at the end. Let's try it out. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to drill some holes to attach this guy to this. And then I'm going to drill the same holes. I'm going to put this on top of its other side, drill the same holes, and then drill the holes into the console, just the top bit. And then I'll have a place to lean this and lean the other pieces, and I think that will give me a better disposition to work with, layout. It'll give me a better setup to work with, because I've just been sort of pacing around trying to figure out how not to mess up the order of operations. This is kind of a delicate moment now. So let's do that. Let's move this over with the other stuff. Okie doke. Shall we then? Oh yeah, no, that's good. Hold on. Ha. So I don't know how close this is going to be to the edge, but that's maybe something I ought to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, I feel better about that. So, something else I'm worried about is blowout. So I am gonna, countersink the outside, but I don't know how big a blowout I might get. So just to be safe, I'm gonna knock one of these on there and just kind of make sure. All right, so I'm drilling into the piece. Yeah, pretty good. know what? I'm gonna erase all these lines and just get one clean thing. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Huh, I lied. It was the furthest one that way that I said was accurate and straight. So what's going on here? God damn it. Okay, so in the end, I just redid it. I set up this one and the speaker panel as my two console things. I didn't want to unclamp them, but this should work. Now that they're both together, I can drill them out together. I just need to be very, very careful to go down straight. Okay, so I think the next thing I gotta do is unmount all of this. So I need to get this up on its sides. It'd be good to have this on there. Maybe keep this, but that's unnecessary. Looking at this, I realized I was gonna flip it up onto the upright, onto the floor. I realize now, if I need access to both sides of this, the easiest thing to do would be to flip it up on its back. So, new plan, we're gonna do that. So let's clear some of these out of the way. To make it a little bit of room here. Without scuffing the damn thing. This one was kind of important. I don't know if this will be quite sufficient, but that's what it is. So here's the other problem. I need that to be absolutely straight as it is on the other side. With zero margin of error. So, how do I do that? Alright, so in the end, it makes sense to start on this side. Because I have my lines here. I think this ought to be good. I even marked a little bit up there. So I have to put it on the other side. I may not do that though. I may just wait for all of this to be mounted to one side. And then I'll just put the other part on top and do it that way. Just use those holes to make the V's, and then the whole thing should be fine. I think I'm going to do that. We'll see. In the meantime, I can start drilling these holes, because that's what I did all this for. So let's do that. I got real lucky with that last clamp. That was like right next to the hole. All right. Okay. Okie doke. Actually, there we go. Human clamp. Yeah, that last one is kind of scary. Real close to the edge. There you go. So the good thing about these inserts is that they have like a lot of grip. But that's actually also kind of worrying because some of these, if they're not quite center, and just about all of them aren't, you get a lot of like push through. So what I like to do is to use these C-clamps to put some pressure on the sides, and actually to even, well, no, this will be fine. You can even put some pieces there to sort of distribute it a little bit more, distribute pressure. I guess I could put it. Yeah. So, for example, do something like this. I should probably put a counterweight on the other side. Clamp that down real good. That's all right. And I'll just put this in for now. But I usually like to put a dab of epoxy as well. And then just slide it in. Hopefully, keeping this straight the entire time. Oof, like it's a little tight. I mean, again, tight is good, but you don't want this thing cracking on you. I maybe could have gone 8.5. And be very, very careful for splittage. And that's about, I mean, you want to go as deep as you can so that this is flush without going so deep that you pop the wood apart. There you go. That should be okay. Now, same thing over here. I have to widen these holes and then do the inserts. Where's my drill? And it's exactly the same process. Let's see if I can't break something. Ooh, careful. All right. Let's go back here. Okay, that last hole does not look great. Now I decided, instead of the epoxy, to go with the polyurethane. Stuff is just as good. It doesn't need to be like one solid piece, and that's really all you need. because any more than that, and you risk it gunking up there at the bottom. So what you want, really, if anything squeezes out, you want it to squeeze out at the top. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right. Yeah, remember that thing I said that I try to do every time? I'm not doing it. I ought to do it. Yeah, I can already see it going. Look at that. Nope, 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 nope. Let's get that out of there. Jesus. That is exactly what I was talking about. What stress. All right. Let's try that again. God damn it. Come on. In the middle of all the sawdust. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I had another little thing here. There we are. And ideally, if you've done this correctly, it will kind of slice through those fibers instead of pushing them out of the way. It'll give you a really good grip. That's not the best tool for this. Yeah. It's all sticky. See? So we have some squeeze out at the top there, and the top is fine. A little bit more. Good. Okay. And that looks good. And now, just a bunch more of those. Now, I would like to keep this on there. I don't think it's terribly necessary. I think once it's gripped it's fine. But this one did start to bow. No, that's all right. No, it's good. I was a little worried. I mean, if you want to have this clamped down while it glues, while the glue dries, rather, I wouldn't blame you. Another thing, you might see me being careful to keep this right up against the edge. That's partly just force of habit and partly OCD and partly because that's kind of where you want it to be most effective. Now this one is really tricky because I went down a little bit crooked here. It really wants to pull towards the side. There we go. Okay, so apparently my recorder hasn't been recording. I think I now managed to fix the settings and calm down a bit, because that's hours of unchecked audio that will have to come from the camera and that audio is shit. So this audio is not much better, but it's a little better. So anyway, back to us. So I'm going to take this all down now, and then I think I can separate these two and actually put them... No. First I need to do the inserts. So I'll do the inserts on this, and then I'll take it down, flip it around, put it together with everything installed. Or the main pieces at least. The bottom, and then I can do the bottom from the other side. Yeah. Yes. Good. I'm liking this. Yes. Let's do that. Seems all right. 1, 2. I think I can tighten this one now. Yeah, that is a huge gap. So the back part should be okay. That should be fine. Then I'll deal with this later. How to get the thing in there. Yeah, that should be fine, right?